That's my dad, you see. Looking very happy on holiday. Him and my mum used to go on lots of coach holidays, you know, shearings, and they particularly liked Wales, Chenby, Llandudno. He was a big boxing fan, you know, and of course Randolph Turpin came from Llandudno. He used to like going to the museum there. So poor daddy would have been 80 today, July 14th. That's a little Lilliput Lane type of thing, pub, Fox and the Hound, that's a pub, which I thought was apt for me dad. Is that glaring too much? But it depends what you cram into your life, doesn't it? He was going to the pub Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he and my mum would go out somewhere. But Wednesday was my mum's night out with her sister, and he was never very happy about that. Always ended up in a row. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything nasty, but you know, I can drink all day and not just get sleepy, but some people it affects your personality, doesn't it? And you got silly when you'd had a few drinks, and then normal the day after. But drink affects people in different ways, doesn't it? Just been on the radio about the Bolton Ironman thing, and lots of the roads are closed, and someone said yesterday that going to Rivington will be a waste of time because it'll all be fenced off, won't it? Ironman. That's a cross axis there. I'll call in the yard after and see if you have a collection box. I don't know if there's any staff there that'll remember me, Dad. He was all that time ago. The landlord actually retired to Spain. I said, yeah, off me dad's money. He must have spent thousands in there over the years. Just imagine going out from being a teenager in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Although he stopped going out, I think he knew that his drinking was a problem, and he stopped going out in the 90s, and he started getting ill. After he stopped smoking and drinking, he started getting ill. Maybe he should have carried on, he might have been alright. Every time I come here, I see people I know on new graves. It's a bad age to be, isn't it, in your 50s? They say you go to a lot more funerals when you get to your 50s. Let's see Robert Welsh, yeah? My mum's cousin in Riston was called Robert Welsh, but his mum and dad are buried over there. Robert Henry Welsh, in 71. We're all heading here eventually, aren't we? Where's my school pal, Gary's grave? I'm looking at that a couple of years ago. Oh, there. Oh, some fresh flowers on that's nice. His brother was a biker, Ian. Poor Gary. Born 4th of July, that's right, 1964. I was born in March 64. I don't know. Oh, that's why they built a new cemetery up the road, because this is getting full up. Or it's got full up. I brought some flowers, although the plastic ones I thought I don't want anything that's going to wither and die. Although plastic ones start to look a bit grimy, don't they? That granddad one. I'm glad there's a space. Melvin, who were called, unusual name, but it was the 1930s. 14th of July 1939. Never more than a thought away. Their boxing gloves, my mum wasn't happy. She said they looked like balloons. I said no, because you're a boxing fan. She thought that she'd ask for an engraving of his obsession. He was just obsessed with. I bought him a television and a video, so he could watch all his videos on his telly upstairs at his leisure. And he met Muhammad Ali in the early 90s. He was doing a tour with his photographer, Muhammad Ali, signing books, and he was at Waterstones in Edinburgh. And because my brother lived there at the time, Dad, come up, I'll go and see Muhammad Ali, I'll get a photo. Oh yeah, stay at my house. So he went up, and the big security job, no photos. And my brother said, Dad, put your hand on Muhammad Ali's shoulder. And my brother whips his camera out, and you can see a bouncer's hand like that, or a security man's hand. I said, what happened? He said, well, I took a picture and smiled. And bouncer just shook his head and smiled. Bouncer, security man, I mean. Yeah, so Mum still has that book, signed by Muhammad Ali. I put a light in it as well, so hopefully it'll light up. I put for Daddy's 80th birthday. It's only on paper though, so it'll probably wash off. Well, it won't wash off its marker, but I mean paper will sag. It looks nice, doesn't it? I just thought they don't get messed around with. Someone said things disappear. There's a lot of school kids mess around in this cemetery. And ornaments and things, although, well, them are still there, aren't they? Maybe just a one-off, I don't know. So Daddy would have been 80 today. But he was 63. Nearly 64 when he died. Yeah, he started with really severe pains in his legs, and one leg in particular, his left leg, and he went to the dopey doctor, Dr. Rahman, Mohammed Rahman, who were called. What you need is exercise, go to a swimming bath. He said, I'm 63, what are you talking about? That is why you're in pain, not enough exercise, go to swimming. And my mum played out, I'm going to go and see that bloody doctor, I want you to have an x-ray and there's something terribly wrong. And she went down and had to do with the doctor. I want my husband to have a, do not tell me my job, said your diagnosis is wrong, bloody exercise, there's something wrong. And so she made I've insisted on an appointment. He said I'll make an appointment at Easter. And 3 weeks before Easter he collapsed in agony, screaming, rushing to hospital. And there was nothing wrong with his legs, it was a huge cancerous growth in his back, pressing on the nerve that fired off the pain signals to legs, you know what I mean? So the arsehole doctor, they come over here with the bloody qualifications still wet from a printer machine in a bloody shed in Bhopal. Yes, those mugs in England, you go with this fake certificate, they set you up as a doctor. Just diagnose painkillers. Just prescribe painkillers and keep the infidels quiet. Although I'm sure there are some good doctors, but it's just, you know, if it had been sin earlier, could it have been cured or even eased his pain or in terrible pain? To watch him screaming in hospital, and you eventually put him in a side room so they're not disrupting others or upsetting others. And I said to the dopey doctor, this young lad come poking about with he said, don't touch me leg, it's that, I said, you just said don't touch his leg, leave his bloody leg alone. This gobshite with glasses and big ears, only about 18. I've been told to examine him. And then when this other doctor came, I said, can you not get them cages? Well, I said, you can get cages to keep the pressure of the blankets off his leg. And he got one, you know, like in that Carry On film, Peter Butterworth. So that eased his pain because the blankets weren't on his leg. It was cancer all along. But like I said, if you have a good life, you know, you enjoyed yourself going to the pub and you had nice little holidays, and you had 4 kids and no grandchildren. So rather than being a waste of a life like mine, he's done something. He's a qualified electrician up and down ladders, mending and fitting light fittings and stuff in factories. He was an electrical contractor with Smiths within Mulloyds. You know, I won't be up and down ladders. I get my knees start knocking it. Forget 10 foot up. Although he taught me the basics, I've put sockets and plugs and things on in my house and run extensions. I'm not sure if they're 100% safe, but they seem to work. So he taught me the basics. So there we are, Daddy's birthday. We scattered his ashes here. It's meant to be the Garden of Remembrance, but it's just grass, isn't it? It's really nice and peaceful. There's lots of flowers about it. I'm glad they're all attended. I don't like to see neglected graves. There's an ancient, well not ancient, an old graveyard further on. And I think they demolished all the old gravestones from the 17 and early 1800s. In past years I've come here on foot and been to that pub I like, that Real Ale pub, the Victoria, and had a pint or 2 in his memory. Little baby died aged 6 months. Terrible, isn't it? Oh, there's a rutter there, but no, that's no relation. William Thomas Lee Rutter. Yeah. Not a common name, is it? On Star Trek, the original series, there was a script supervisor called George A. Rutter. And I mentioned that to William Shatner on Twitter, but he didn't reply. I said, this chap's no relation, so don't hold him responsible for some of those awful scripts. I was joking about that lizard monster that just hissed, a plastic head. I thought, oh my God. I said some of the effects were great, but I said that was just a hissing lizard, and he didn't reply. Although I did reply to a couple of others when I mentioned that Star Trek exhibition in Blackpool. Triumph Thruxton. Let's see if I can catch it up. Bloody hell, what's she nearly wearing? Oh, fire. I was so stunned I didn't have time to press my wolf whistle. So happy birthday, Daddy, wherever you are. We had a meal when my mum was 80 last October. We had a meal and everything, but I don't know what we'd have done if Daddy was still with us. Oh bugger, I've gone past. It's a funny little entrance, anyway, at best of times. Parked on double yellows, must have a disabled badge. Yeah, Royal Sultan's Restaurant, it were open for 3 weeks and then it suddenly shut. It's been shut ever since. Did the health inspectors go to it? Pile of letters behind the door. Oh, it's fenced off. What's happened to the back, mate? Is it open? I didn't notice if the door was open. Must be, you won't miss out on a Sunday custom, will they? Well, this is the beer garden. This one had been here when my dad was a patron. He spent all his time with talking with his pals at the bar. There was an old boxer called Des Ray, who was the British middle welterweight or something in 1968. But he ended up an alcoholic. He's died now. You can tell it's an old pub. Look at that little window up there. 1700 and something. With later additions. I just asked about the bike now. She said, yeah, it's a Thursday. I think it's every second and fourth. I said, yeah, I'm confused. But I said, I can't come anywhere because of the shift work I do. And I said, do you have any charity boxes? And on the pub counter is Veterans Cafe. I said, what's that? So every Saturday we have a cafe for war veterans. I said, oh well, you know, army veterans. So I've put a tenner in for that, in memory of Daddy. It's a low doorway, isn't it? That original doorway from when people were all little munchkins. Right, well. The beach halls. Should have got the military interest here. Must be part of the veterans thing. Bloody dog, it's on them sniffers, it was sniffing. Shut up! Right. And he must get ex-servicemen in with all them insignias and uniform illustrations on posters. Personalised plates. I think the landlord now, or a lad, has a bag. I forgot, because I don't come in. Not a potato. I just picked a bloody potato plant out of my garden that were growing. I just waste food on the garden to try and make compost, you know, and they just grew instead. I thought I'd go on a scenic tribute ride in memory of me dad. And I thought, where can I go? Him and my mum used to love going for Sunday lunches, you know, out into the countryside, visiting country pubs. So I go past Hamilton Arms, 3 Fishes, Hurst Green, used to go all over. What is this nudist day? That girl with her ass hanging out, now a lad with hardly anything on. It is rather warm now. Like I said, I came home from Blackpool yesterday. I felt rather ill and it was dehydration. I made the mistake of buying some bloody high energy drink when I filled up with Paul at that petrol station. And that doesn't hydrate you, I think it makes it worse. So these are nice views, aren't they? I don't want to talk about I was going to say my dad was crying in hospital because he knew the end was near. Imagine knowing that you're going to be dead within a couple of weeks. And so much I wanted to say, because you know we had a few little set-tos because of his drinking. I shouldn't talk about it, but like I said, as long as he had a nice sort of enjoyed his son, you know what I mean? You need to relax. If you work hard, you need to relax. And he relaxed by going to the pub and I think nothing of lugging 8 or 10 or 12 pints down. I don't know how he did it. You like mild. What do people don't know about mild? They rarely serve it in pubs now. Ask for a mild. And what? Well, it's only weak. I think that's why he drank so much. And why he didn't drink strong lager or cider. You like mild. I used to go there a lot as well, where I used to go to that bike meet, but I stopped going because of all the flies on the food. I sometimes walk it on the 404 that. Sometimes my mum could drive, my dad never bothered to learn to drive. I think he thought he was too scatterbrained. And he had to left the car at home and have a nice stroll, calling Park Hotel, and then walk down to Gamecock. And there's actually a path a country path over those hills back up to where I've just been actually. That gatehouse on near the park. And I always remember we used to go that way when we were little, walking by the river. And I used to laugh because my dad, because we were nasty farm smells, you know, we went past the farm, we go, caw, caw, and we'll all be laughing our heads off, caw, because of the pong from the muck spreading. That's a fond memory of Dad, making us all laugh. You hardly see that view at all now with all them trees. Like I said, you think these residents, they all complain when the woman who owns that sheep farm down there planted the trees. I'm planting these trees so my sheep can shelter from the weather. But it's obscuring our view of that lovely view. I'm not bothered. Well, why didn't you plant your trees elsewhere? Do you do it on purpose just to be awkward? So that was the argument. And I thought if I lived in those houses back there, I'd be coming out with a little saw in the middle of the night while they're all saplings, cut the buggers down. Look, she could have planted them anywhere, but she's done it to block the view of that lovely hill off. She could have planted a thicket of trees, there's trees everywhere. Shelter for her sheep. Pan-European. Yeah, and as for Blackpool, every time I go past that Lindeen like I did yesterday, I always say Mum and Dad used to love going there because they had good entertainment on every night. Maybe I should go there next week, well, the week after next. Lotus. So they had lots of holidays. Oh, that's nice. That's a chunky Triumph, isn't it? What model is that? Yeah, because Mum and Dad always worked. They always had plenty of nice holidays. Nowhere fancy me. Dad never went abroad. Only time he went abroad was to Northern Ireland. You know what I mean? Off the mainland of Britain. And that was to do some training for his electrical jobs. No, I was at Shorts, that's right, because he worked at, he got me a job on at GEC Aircraft Engineering. He said, I'm going to Shorts to do some training. I'm terrified. Don't like flying. Oh, I said, it'll be alright. And he had a week there at Shorts, using machines and stuff, making aircraft parts. So, here we are at Whalley. This old pub is now a bloody co-op. The date's done, 1781, but now it's a co-op. Why would a pub not do good business like these ones do? Wine bar. I should have gone on a pub crawl in honour of my dad and had a pint in every bar I could think of. For sale. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Nice old house with loads of rooms, but there'll be a tiny little garden at the back. These edges want trimming. And if I ever went here, Mitton Hall, I'll ask my mum. They used to have a supercar Sunday. I don't know if they still have it anymore. You know, if you had a fancy sports car or something, you'd meet and chat with other enthusiasts on a Sunday morning. I once went in a couple of cars here, but I think it's very early on. Aspinall Arms, last time I was in there was for when the wedding was on, David and Emma, and I paid for the meal, £80 odd as a surprise wedding gift. And he said, what do you think of Lancashire? Lovely, gorgeous, there's trees everywhere. What was his sister called? I fancied his sister out, little cutie. Not Jessica. Forgot now. She cut off all contact. Yeah, that's a nice old Norton. Yeah, look at this. Closed down, another pub that's fizzled out and failed. Let's go back and look at that Norton. Norton single it was. I think if they don't do so well selling good food, that's why they close, because the patronage will be diminished, wouldn't it, if you don't enjoy the grub. Nothing coming. But they tidied it up, spent thousands painting it up and everything, and then it's closed down. Nice old thing, isn't it? Norton. Norton oil bath, Norton single. It's a 350. Might be a 500. Oh, I gotta do a U-turning. Great Mitten Hall, 1380. I never stopped here for a look round. Oh, that must be old chap's Norton. I could have a chat to him, but don't want to disturb him his duties. Wonder what's going on. Is it an open day? Gardens. Oh. No, I'm going to have a look round, but it's my dad's memorial round, isn't it? So I'll go there sometime else. Yeah, I've been past there many times, but never bothered to stop. 1380, I don't know if that's original structure. It has been rebuilt many times, maybe founded in 1380. First green. Picture bug splat up. Oops. On these country lanes, I'm in third gear. Third gear is not bad for quick acceleration, plus a good engine tone. You know what I mean? Quick burst of acceleration, you don't need to change gear, just stay in third, and it's a nice little cruising gear, isn't it? Not to keep going up and down the gearbox, I mean. Pooh, caw, pooh, bloody hell, what a pong. Bloody hell, milk tanker collecting the milk. So this is a road to Hurst Green and Chipping, and I thought of going back via Jeffrey Hill, another bug. So Mum and Dad used to come down here and go to them pubs in Hurst Green. Got loads of photos. I've only got that photo of my dad, plus a wedding photo at my house. I'll have to ask my mum. Just borrow some pictures of my dad and scan them. Who are Daddy? I love coming out into the countryside. Mum driving. Not going that way. That little road's awful, little narrow bumpy track. Bloody hell. You're pedalling up here, Albert, what are you doing? Get the motor on. Nice little settlement, spoilt by a phone box. Who uses phone boxes these days? Plus it should be red on a traditional village setting, on a red one, not a modern glass one. Lovely view along Ridge Fells. Sometimes you just brought a picnic, you know, instead of paying for pub lunches, which were, well, they still are expensive, aren't they? You've got staff to pay for. You just bring butties and a flask and just stop somewhere scenic and eat the butties. And it's a lovely Sunday outings. Well, we do, don't we? Sunday's traditional Barker's Day for us. Preston Longridge. Thought I'd try a different road. I'm sure it leads up to Jeffrey Hill. A few bikes on it. Oh, they've been up Jeffrey Hill, or have they come from Longridge? Oh, my bug's flats. That for sale, lovely big farmhouse for sale. How much will that be? 600,000. Depends how much land comes with it. I feel like I said the view's obscure with these high hedges. Can't be far off that turn off now. To test me horn. Yep. No need to put me new chrome one on that I got at Christmas. A funny little road, isn't it? Winding road with high edges. It was like this last year. I went all the way from Hawes to Sedberg to Kirby Lonsdale. It was like this, just a rather dull road with high edges, just miles and miles of winding lanes. I thought, never again. Couldn't see a thing apart from hedges. Turn off here. I remember, because I remember turning up there and getting lost. And the gravel. See, they're coming down. Not a new build or a restored farmhouse, barn conversion. Yes, I thought I'd give them a warning, especially when you come to a bend. Can you hear that, Albert? I see we're getting higher and higher up into the heavens. closer to Daddy. Yeah, I keep thinking if there is, well, you often do, don't you, when people you love are dying or dead. But there's something better than this existence, although I won't go into all that. It'd be nice to think it's all, not all for nothing. But from a scientific point of view, there's no evidence whatsoever, is there? Although it said all this fuss about the astronauts, it said some of them became religious after their experience of going up to the moon. Don't know why. Did you see anything up there? Did you just think that it couldn't have just evolved, the Earth couldn't have just evolved from dust, as the scientists say? Look at that. So, look at that dumping bloody. Have you dumped tissue there? Has someone been to the bloody bog? It's a stop, admire the lovely scenery and carry on. Coast over there. You can see our tower, I'm not sure if it's Blackpool Tower. Not lovely, but it's not blue sky though. And over there to settle. What's that high? Penny Gent over settle there. And Ingle Borough, is it Ingleborough, Ingle White, whatever. Yeah, so there's a bench down there, and they'll be sat there having the butties, mum and dad, on their Sunday outings. Having a nice cup of tea. Rather than going for an expensive meal at a pub. And Gibbon Bridge is down there, like I said, the roads are chipping. Gibbon Bridge. And I believe that's quite expensive. Another bite, what's that? Ducati. Noisy Ducati. It's a noisy Ducati, them Italian bikes. You sound like there's something wrong with the engine. Yeah. What's this? Learning a little Honda learner. And from other bikes came this way to soak in that view. Walling's ice cream sold in. Yeah, my dad likes his ice cream as well. Who are Daddy? Nice stretch, isn't it, with this little forest. freaking wind noise up with the visor being open. I'm not heading anywhere else. I was going to have a rest today after feeling rough yesterday. And like I said, my 2 weeks off are coming up, so I'll just have a lazy day today. I need to get some hay fever tablets, so I'm going to stop off at Aldi and get some from there. Overtaken by a little trail bike. This is with the throttle eased off, so I'm just tootling. Let's go this way, but I think I will. This is a road to Hurst Green, where there's a couple of pubs where Mum and Dad used to like going. Dutton. Leafy glade. Lots of bikes out. Wonder where Paul's gone on his new Triumph today. It's a little tootle round, or has he gone on a long ride to break the engine in? I think he said it's 500 mile and it goes in for a service and a check over. Hellfire. And what's at Hurst Green? Apart from the pubs. Oh, here we are. Is that boarded up? Bloody hell, fire. Oh, punch bowl. Look at that, all vandalised and derelict. My God. What's going on? Look at that Datestone as well, old pub like that. Listening for traffic. Yep. Alaskan con. That's what I'm talking about. Not concerned. I'm just curious. That's the word. Curious. Curious of the Datestone here. Picture of a highwayman. 1793. Nice old pub, and now it's bloody closed down. It's like it's been closed for ages, doesn't it? State up boards up. I don't know. That's a bad spot to emerge from, isn't it? You have to listen. $17.93. But like I said, was there a car park? Could passing traffic park up? Was there decent food to be had? Imagine pulling out of there if there was a car park. Was there a lot of accidents there? That'll put customers off, won't it? Oh, we're not going there. You can't pull out at bloody car park safely. You have to consider them things, don't you, when you're running a business? My hair's green. Did I go around that spooky church once? I think I did. I think I've had a look there. Right, what have we got here? Shireburn Arms, and that rings a bell. Mum and Dad have been here a few times. Millie's hot and cold drinks. Bailey Arms. What did that say? I'm sure that said homemade beer. I'll stop there and have a read of that when I come back. Yeah, Stonyhurst College, 1593 this. Been here before, but let's have a look again because it's quite a nice run up to that pond feature. What a mown the grass. Look at that, and that's spectacular. You're not meant to go up though, and I've been up in the past and had a little tootle around the car park. You could have a classic car show here, couldn't you? Only if they do. I think the next one is Hebden Bridge, but Mum and Ernie go to that one. I think my mum said she came last night for an hour, and I think she said Ernie's entered his old Mercedes as part of the show. And I said, oh. Main entrance. Oh, there's a gate lock these days. You're feeding the wildlife. Not meant to feed them bread. So-called experts. Anyway, it doesn't do them any good. Have they drained the lake, or is it because... No, we've had loads of rain, haven't we? What's going on? Might be doing some maintenance on it. Scaffolding on that old section of the building. Hey, Mum and Dad came here, they always having antiques dues on, and my dad loved pottering around antique stalls and things. Especially for old books, you'd always be looking for boxing boots. You know, you won't find any boxing, I might do. Oldest one here was 1938, the history of the Negro in boxing, it was called. By... I've forgotten now, I want to, bloody hell, I want to duck it to me, do I? What was it called? But that was the oldest book. We got a phone call from Colin Hart of The Sun when my dad died, and all the books were in his bedroom collecting dust. My mum says, I'd like to get shut of all them books, we're only collecting dust. You could go to someone that's going to read them. And I said, I'll send a note and some photos down to Colin Hart and a few other newspaper boxing fans. A big bloke that wrote boxing stuff for The Sun. And he rung my mum up. Oh yeah, better bringing them down London, love. They sell like hot cakes, them. There's a weekly market in Mile End, and get them on a stall. I said, oh, we can't cart them down London, they'll weigh a ton. That's the trouble with books, they weigh too much to bother carting around. I like my Beatles books, that's why I'm stuck with all my Beatles books. Anyway, eventually she got in touch with this chap who was a dealer, and he came and bought the lot and the videos, all the boxing videos, magazines, books, which he's kept one signed by Muhammad Ali. But it's just a scroll, you know, M and a scroll, A and a scroll, because poor old Muhammad Ali was bad with his Parkinson's. Yeah, there's a date on here. I've looked before, but I can't remember if there's a date or not. Shireburn Arms House, that's it. In faded lettering. Ashton Bailey, Cheddarly, something Dutton. Cock on that one, cock on that one. Presumably it's 1600s as well, like that date stone there said. Apparently a few famous people have been here. I think Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was a pupil, Annika Rice, and a few other noteworthy people. There was a sign on this wall here, did it say beer, homemade beer? Surely not. Oh, it must have been another wall. Never mind, Albert. Is that a new bill, sympathetic to the surrounding buildings? I bet Mum and Dad have spent time at that cafe, a lovely cafe, cup of coffee, a nice cake, a pleasant afternoon in the sunshine, as an alternative to the pubs. Yeah, all link cards up, Albert. Shireburn Arms. More new builds, bloody hell. So they're a bit box-like, aren't you, for an old village? Look, boxes. Get some turrets on them. Right, Albert. Rose Gardens. Oh, naughty. Well, here we are back in Mitton, closed down pub on a Norton single. What a shame, what it's like inside. Yeah, so much for that bike speeding, it's held up now. The old chap's Norton's still there. No, he's gone. Well, he's still there, his bike's gone. Would you like me to move my bike to create another space? We must have a particularly nice garden and it's open, so all the old people have gone for a shufty around a nice garden. Yeah, we were all sat there. Got a photo actually. Got a photo of us all stood around, and I was crouching down because I towered over them all. I'm not sure I could find it on my files. We had many walks, all well, as far as this way from my town, like 4 or 5 miles, over that hill. I don't remember ever being very exhausted though. Mum and Dad had ice cream and a meal in a cafe when we got here, back in the early 70s. Yeah, 1781 now, it's a bloody co-op. Scandalous. That could have been a function room, maybe it was a function room at the back, now it's a bloody storeroom for the co-op. Why are pubs not being used? Why? Excellent. So, thank you for watching today. Today's little emotional ride out in tribute to my old dad. It would have been 80 today. Hello, good afternoon. What time is it? 12:15. Just got back from Morrison's. Did some shopping. Oops. She sat on a, well, she sat on a bike, I think. It's on a back wheel. I normally throw them straight in the recycling, but I might study that carefully later. Can't go. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of meeting Paul Bannister, who's just come back from holiday with his missus. Got me a fridge magnet and also these. He has a Hornet amongst other bikes. And he took the exhaust off, fitted some aftermarket ones. He said, "Oh man, I've only done 500 miles, you can have them." I said, "Wow, thanks very much, bloody no. They're like new. A little bit of rust there, but because they've been stored for the past 15 years. But they're mint. The other one's in even better condition." Even with the original gaskets in. That's just a bit of dust. Yeah, lovely jubbly. That's mine. When I fitted that wire pipe a couple of months ago, I noticed it getting a bit rotten here on mine, so I think they might need replacing next year. Well, thank you very much again, Paul. In return, what can I give him? Well, then he presented me with the camera. He said with surplus to requirements, a stills camera, Canon Ixus 165. I said, oh. I thought I'll repay him, he can have a jacket. And I've got this jacket, if you're watching, Paul. I've just done my washing as well. Washing when I should be biking. I normally do it on Saturdays. Washing, I mean. I wanna do it with you. I'll pull that unit over. Yeah, it's that one I got from Manchester Bike Show. I've wore it a couple of times. Oh dear, I didn't notice that guns on the arm. I scuffed it against something, but it's as new. Oops, let's take it off there. Hunter Class 6XL. Because he's a big lad, that'll fit him. Zip out the lining. And like I said, it's been worn for work a few times, but it's mint, you know, not sweaty or nasty or anything. That's what you can have it in return for that camera. So I looked on eBay, then cameras go for 35, 40, 50 pounds. So you're welcome to try it on when you bring your bike in for its first service, Paul. A little mobile pocket there with Velcro on. Although, will that fit a modern smartphone? Maybe it's for credit cards, I don't know. 4 pockets. Inside zip pocket for wallets. Somewhere. Oh, it's there, isn't it? Listen. Spacey pocket. For a wallet. Yeah, I don't like to receive gifts, thank you very much, so, you know, without giving stuff back, and I'll give him my Triumph sign. I'll keep the note on, but as he's bought, he came over to actually pick up his new Triumph Speed Triple from Philip Youles. And I saw I mentioned you. I'm getting some of these tin plates off eBay, but before it gets out of hand, I'm just going to stop. Otherwise I'll end up filling the entire wall. I get carried away with stuff, as you might remember. Yeah, so the new ones are these, Triumph Hurricane, Bonneville, with the great escape on. Some of them say daft things on. Triumph Thunderbird, that's a nice one, in the countryside. Oh yeah, the other two haven't arrived. The other two were a Nighthawk, a blue Nighthawk 700. I had a red and black Nighthawk 700, so I've ordered that. And there's one Royal Enfield Meteor. The Meteor one's vertical. And I thought, yeah, they'll go here nicely. So they'll fit 4 vertical ones. Should I get another 3? You know, just to fill this gap and then call it a do. Well, possibly. Maybe when I'm off, so I'm not messing with the post. Oh yeah, noise and sound, yep, still working fine. Noise and sound. They're a lot clearer than they look on camera. I found where they sell them in eBay, what they're doing is called drop shipping. You can do a deal with the Chinese suppliers, you sell them via your eBay site, but they'll deliver them from China. It said $14.99 free post. I'm sure one was $7.99. I thought, they can't do that, is it a diddle? And they also say we'll make custom ones of your design for £30. It all sounds a bit fishy, because if you're drop shipping, you've got a deal. Why wouldn't you send to China for like 10 of each of the ones that are likely to sell, Triumph, Norton, BSA, Honda, and store them in your room and then sell them from home? That's what I'd do. And bang 10 quid on. If that chap's selling them for £30 and you can get them for bloody $7.99, I'd buy a big box, bulk. What do you know? So it sounds a bit fishy. One's in Harrogate, one's somewhere else, a girl. May take 3 weeks for delivery as they are shipped from China. I thought, so we'll see what... Should I order one just to see if it's genuine or not risk it? Right, I'll get my bike out. Waffled enough. Well, I've got a rucksack on, but I don't think it'll be big enough because I'm meeting Paul Bannister from Blackpool, who's come over to buy a new Triumph at Philip Youles, and he's bringing a pair of silencers off his Hornet because he fitted an aftermarket pair, and he said I could have his silencers. Very good of him. So let's just order to swap. Come on, you alright? Come on. Let's just order to swap. I brought that Triumph sign and a tin plate in a computer bag, which you can also have. And now we're going to give him my old, well, I say old, the high-vis jacket I got from Manchester Bike Show in March. Bloody hell, another one. That Piccadilly Circus, what's going on? Still, it is Saturday. I phoned from the train. I was in Poulton about 40 minutes ago. I was going to fill their bike up and get some money out, but I'll do that later. Main concern is getting the silencers home. I might have to make either 2 journeys, ring for a taxi, but I've brought some bungees, and Paul said he's bringing a cargo net, so we'll see. Yeah, my silencers were looking a bit dodgy when I changed that wire pipe, so they might need a swap over. Maybe next spring, it should be okay till then. Oh, you're getting a new Triumph Speed Triple. And he sent me a picture of it. They keep it in the showroom with they do a sticker saying, "Do not touch. This dream belongs to Paul Bannister." We live on a farm with all them pongs. They must slaughter animals as well, because when I come home from work there's an awful smell there. Yeah. Not pets, are they? That bus gonna pull in. No. Yeah, I could have done that, could have gone on the bus and carted them back on the bus. Going to be going somewhere after. Today there's a do on at Blackpool Hornet, but it's only a meeting of CB 1300 owners, but I thought, well, as he's going back to Blackpool, I could go with him, check out this meeting. I think they're going on a ride-off though, so probably miss the ride-off. I sound like I got a cold. I got sneezed on by a little chap at work. And I thought it was hay fever, but I think the little fart must have had a cold. Oh, yeah. I fitted new white lights at the front and the indicator packed up, so I fitted a new one of them. You know, the little supplemental indicator lights on the side there. But they're not doing too bad, they've lasted quite a long time. So a new Triumph Speed Triple, how much does that cost? Oh, marvellous. It's like everyone's using it now. Call Fogarty Way. Yeah, there's his road sign near a petrol station. I told Paul about that junction. He said, oh yes, when he was signing the papers he came in his works van and it was a bit dodgy. And I said, yeah, I wonder why they didn't think of moving into Philip Youles premises. Sorry, moving Philip Youles premises into the old Rocket Centre place, you know. But they've extended the workshop at the back here. And spent quite a lot of money on this place. Hey, what's happened to that Pan-European order? I couldn't get in touch on when you left a message. Do you want that red top box or what? I'll knock my camera off. It mustn't have come yet. Well, I've got the silencers on the back all bunged up. Should be alright till I get home. I'm not bouncing about on potholes. I'm just taking it easy. I say I'll come back in half an hour. Very thirsty. I'm feeling a bit ill since I had cold symptoms. The bad guts should be alright today. I need some vegetables, too much sweet stuff and cakes at work I think. That doesn't make you feel 100%, does it? Well, I need to fill up, but I need a cash point as well. I thought of donating something to Philip Youles cancer charity rad, you know, he did that Land's End to John O'Groats thing, and I thought, well, as this chap's more or less give me the silencers, I said to him I'll donate to Philip Youles while I'm there. And he said, there's no need. I said, I know, but I like to give something back, you know. Have you got a cash point, in? No. Alright. Does everything feel alright?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I've only literally gone from dealership to here, took a couple of pictures and then that's it.
Yeah. I've just been sorry I'm late. I was trying to find a bloody petrol station that had a cash point, and these two haven't. There's one where I use for work that has. As if give you a full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going back to the shop then? Have you done every...
Ready to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's our full dealership round here and I can take it.
Well, anyway. What do you think of her two? Well, I did give them £150, didn't I, for that when I went in before, because when I got that pension money, someone did a favour 2 years ago at Jennings and they paid £150 off a bill. Yeah, and it was like a mysterious benefactor. And I said, when I get that pension money, I've never felt comfortable with that, I'll give it to the air ambulance. So I did do. Your gloves just dropped on the floor. That's what I could have got you. I've got some new gloves at home, but they're just cheapos from the bike show. Oh, they're summer gloves, or STs. Alright. What have you got on your feet? Oh, boot. Yeah, I got some proper boots. I've got all sorts at home. You're not a size 13 then, are you not? I've got some more ST motocross boots. I think I got them when I got me Aprilia. Although I never did any off-roading. I've just got loads of stuff, you know, from 36 years of biking. And you never throw anything away, do you? So you try to give them to friends. Yeah, preserved for use. Like a time capsule. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like the originals. I mean, I mean, having a loader can might be appealing, but I like them trims. No one's commented on them trims. They were $16.99 initially, and then I saw them with blue on, which were £3 extra. So I had a little mad do and sent for them recently. And they only stuck on with black silicone, and they haven't dropped off. But they actually had a little burble, like an echo effect. But no, I think one lad has said, them exhaust tips look cool. I said, oh thanks, yeah they do. The little spouts. Yeah, they do look cool. Yeah. Right, so everything's set up. You got your mirrors set up and everything. Excellent, yeah. Wow, brand new. Did you say keep the revs down?
Yeah, I can't go over 3,500.
Yeah. Well, which way were you thinking of going back to Blackpool? The A road, A583, or the motorway and just merrily chug along? Yeah. It's up to you, we could have a look if you like. I've actually brought a picture, just in case you said, what are you doing here? I brought a picture of my old Super 4, that's why I've still got this. And my X4. It's from that calendar I'd made. Yeah, I had that. I had a silver one of them, then I got the custom one, then I got the pain in my leg, so I went back to that. But oh, that's it, yeah, that's for the Japanese market only, twin exhaust, and I even added spouts to that. That was slab sided, and I got them spouts off, what were they called? I forgot now. You know, you could send for spare bits, so I cut them down. Left a 5mm flange and just put 6 bolts on. Oh, I loved it, yeah, but like I said, because I just moved out, it wouldn't fit in the backyard, and I needed some money for furniture, so it had to go. Yeah, and the strange thing was, about 2.5 years ago, someone said your Super 4 is on eBay. I said no, I sold that in 2007, and he sent a picture, and it was in Liverpool. It said very little miles since a purchase from Fastline, and that's who I sold the bike via. But it looks a bit rough. They've taken all the they've taken that carrier off, taken the crash bars off. That braiding was off. I thought, why have they stripped all, unless they'd had a crash and then they were selling it on, I don't know. And it went for 2,750, or was it 2,275? Something less than £3 grand. I thought, oh, should I have bought it? But where I'd say in trouble again, a 20-point turn. Plus I can pick the back end of that up and move it to where my ground anchor is, whereas I couldn't lift that, it weighed a ton. Yes, I thought I'd take down to Blackpool Honda and what are you doing here? It's a 1300, do this. I said, I used to have one. I'm going to get some cold drinks. Do you want a cold drink? I'll get you what. That petrol station has a cafe. I'll get you a drink and a butty if you want. Have you had something to eat? Right, which is the quickest way to the petrol station? Go this way, but there's a couple of speed humps and then we turn right. I'll show you the way. Right. I'll show him some of the Blackburn culture. Yeah, we've got a choice here. There's a cafe in there, or a Starbucks there. This is where I come. I only work down there, and that's a motorway junction to get to the M6 and M55. So it's a good spot. They've got all sorts here. Right, I'll fill up. Someone said, "Why do you use that? You're wasting money." I said, "Well, you're better using the best possible, surely." just for a few extra pence. I'll just check I still have that £20. Yep. I'll get some money out there as well. Okay. Do you fancy a drink, or are you alright? Are you sure? Oh, we'll carry on then, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen one. I think it's Shell Supreme. I forgot which one was 99. Yeah. Whenever I use normal, my brother said, oh no, in a bag, get decent stuff. He said normal stuff will make it lumpy with being fuel injection. I said, well, I don't know, but I always get the best. Why not? Hello, number 8, 1801, and I'll have that as well, please. That's all, thank you. Thank you, I'll put that in there. I've never tried that before, but it sounds good. I'll just have a little glug of it, then we'll set off. It might, I might suddenly go, oh, oh. Yeah, I seem to get, that's what I keep thinking of. I've got bloody diabetes. I always feel knackered unless it's working at that madhouse. Sleep patterns is it's like hell, although I got varicose veins, like scratched down, and that's the worst thing you can do because you just get eat slow. Plus I have a raging thirst, even worse. And I went to my doctor last October, had all this set. No, nothing. It's the old age. charity shop for a fiver. I thought I'll have that, and then I realised it was too nice to spoil for work. So I bought a flight bag, which is ideal. Pot noodle paper and biscuits or cakes. Right, yeah, last time I went on the motorway, it's a left turn, isn't it? I went right, but where's Blackpool Hornet? But it's left off the bloody motorway. Reset it. Alright. Next stop, Blackpool Hornet. Hello. Oh, Paul's alright. Looks like the South American model with that cool paint scheme. Oh, he's here. Sorry. It's a red black stone. You alright? Sorry, I forgot to ask if you had a 6 gear because I was looking at my revs, 3.5, 4. Right, well, I don't know how long this battery will last. Very disorganised. Oh, he's going. Yeah, I thought the battery had expired when I arrived here, but it was a bloody card that was full. I've not deleted all last week's epic ride up to, Sandside, etc. and Leighton Hall. Oh, it's LEDs. Bright enough, aren't they? I often complain LED indicators aren't very bright. Thank you. He said they were going down Yeadon Way. Where's Yeadon Way? Past the windmill. I can smell food, I'm starving. I just said I think I'll go up to Bispam and go to that cafe again. Have another baked spud. Oh yeah, this joins onto that funny little road from the motorway, that's right. I coming now. Remember all these. Oh yeah, this is that motorway road, yeah. Oh yeah, funny roads after this, that's right. Funny road. Yeah, this is the end of the motorway road, that's right. It's all coming back to me. Sounds good from behind. It's got a brand new speed triple. Yeah, I was saying it was his revs on the motorway that were getting a bit high. 4,500, so we just slowed down to 55. Because I was doing 60, 65 here and there. I was going a bit too fast, he wouldn't burn his new engine out. Or, you know, whatever happens. Don't want to score his pistons. He's avoiding the potholes and going down them. He's running again. Oh, you can come off here then, I always wondered. So is this the top of Waterloo Road? Yes, there's a pier. Oh, it's open. It's not gone bust. I thought he might have gone bust because I stopped buying from him. It's alright, I won't bother. I'm going to go for a meal up here, so I might call on the way back. Because parking's a bit... Sometimes there's a space and obviously there isn't one now, but I'm starving. Yep. I've not given you a demo of this, have I? Yeah, very nice to see you, mate. See you again. Alright. I had to give him a Tarzan horn demo, as he's not heard it in real life. People always say it's a lot louder in real life. Oh, bright and breezy at Blackpool. I was just saying to him about the President's Hotel having that offer on 4 nights, 5 days, £150. But it's right up north. I'm not sure I'd be happy right up north. He said he's going back home. It's alright, don't need to. Plus I like to just do it at a relaxed pace and look at what's going on. Where would I stay on the seafront? I mean, as far as money goes, it's £150 for 4 nights, 5 days. But if I was going somewhere different on my bike every day, filling a bloody tank up, £20 a time, you could spend over that, couldn't you, in a week? Well, you know, something approaching it. So you have to consider that as well. Going on the train, having a week's relaxing holiday, you know, actually what I need to relax. Karaoke party. That's them funny bicycle things. They're all pedalling like hell. It's pedal powered, that thing, for the hen party. Hen party karaoke contraption, that's what it is. Yeah, Jordan coach. I keep saying it every time I pass, but that's the Lindy where Mum and Dad used to stay every year. Could stay there, can I? I'll have a look on the internet tonight, see how much the rates are. I've got a sign saying vacancies, no vacancies. Turn you around as well. B, is that Belgium? Wait till this bus is gone. I'm going to get sandwiched. Plus there's a red light anyway, no need to rush it, you're going to frighten the horse. I'll give it a wide berth. Aye, have to be considerate, don't you? I said hotel cowboy then, hotel cowboy. I was saying to Paul though, if you're staying for a week, which means going to places at night, I think I'd be a bit wary of hooligans. You know, some silly buggers in pubs causing mayhem. I tend to attract troublemakers with being rather large. That's why I would never stay beyond 6 or 7 PM. I'm just being paranoid. Craigie Don, one of my viewers, said to go there a lot. Why overtake, Albert? Why be in a rush? Yeah, so I think a relaxing day here, but I mean at night time you don't need to crawl around the pubs, do you? If there's entertainment in the hotel, stay in there and just have a session in the daytime. In the daytime, get rat-assed in the daytime and relax at night. Is this bus going to overtake the pumpkin coaches? It's just mayhem. This is stressful, faffing around. All I'm doing is going for some grub at that, what do you call it? That cafe again. Sheep training as well. Yeah, move. Come on, you're alright. So there's the tower on a lovely clear day. And the lift going down, you see the lift. Only 500 feet high, but as I said before, you can imagine in Victorian times what a thrill it was to go in something like that. A sort of half-scale copy of the Eiffel Tower, but with a bigger proportioned head on it. Well, it is Blackpool. Should I just go home and get a Chinese? They're thrown out at window. popcorn. He's a kid. But that road where the cafe is, where I normally go, that road actually leads back, you know, to all the option roads home. Even the country road you can get to up there. It's a long ridge. And I like Coral Island. For that pirate bar and a big burger for £9.99. Fans, come on. Normally things start moving after that cenotaph. You know, people turn off. I think I'll head for home and have the Chinese again. And look up at the tower. And you're crossing. You're crossing. I think down south it'll all be blocked off because there's a festival, Lytham St Anne's Music Festival, and I think Carly's there this weekend. But if Carly's in Blackpool now and I'm missing, she's lounging back at her hotel or in rehearsals or something. Oh, that vintage tram again, very nice. And another zebra crossing. That's why I'm going slow if I'm behind me here whinging. Zebra crossings and holiday makers everywhere, that's why. Plus I think there's a 20-mile-an-hour limit. I'll have a look where that cafe is and see what the crowds are like. Keep an eye on traffic, woman. And if there's no spaces to park up, I'll just head for home. Some bites there, Bispham Kitchen. Can't sit outside, I only sit outside. Should I just go home? See where this road comes out. Sorry. That pub's still open. That's really, that's where I went in when my Aprilia broke down. Waited 2 hours for the breakdown service to turn up. And when they did, it's the wrong type. They didn't tell me it was a motorbike. I mean, wrong type of vehicle. A1 motor store. Ah, roundabout. Right. Yeah. Someone asked me about that garden centre. The grass on the roof and sheep grazing on it. Barton Grange, I'll have to remember. Who was asking me? Someone at work. Barton Grange. Do you want to cross? When I sent for that spare set of these, the intention was to get me Dremel, cut it down to about that size, simply by measuring and then put a marker pen and some masking tape round and fit them ready for use to this. You can see how they go on better now, can't you? No, they look better shorter, wouldn't they? And because that hole's there, I could utilise that to secure it with maybe a rivet or just a self-tap screw to make it more secure. Because at the moment on my bag it's stuck on with just black silicone, which is holding, but because of that drain hole, it'll hold it, won't it? I think they look cool, look even better shortened. $19.99 from Amazon. Top longer, they're called. You see, top longer. Not sure what that means, top longer.